All right, bruh. I can't believe I have to bring this up again, start all over. My other phone died when I was recording the video, but this is a response to a recent live stream from Crackhead, PA, that fucking idiot from Pennsylvania. Bruh, I already know everything about you because, you know, I know how to get that stuff. But anyway, I won't mention any of his information in the video because that's a violation of terms of service and whatnot. So there's no way I'm mentioning it. Listen, man. You say that you sit there and say you look like a crackhead probably because of my teeth, right? My teeth. Yeah, you realize how much it would cost to get these teeth fixed, and you know what kind of job, and if you understand what kind of job I fucking work, I don't make a lot of money anyway. I work full time, but I don't make a lot of money. It's weird because everything's getting more expensive, and I don't fucking get it. Anyway, and I'm currently in college, so I'm working on a bachelor's degree, and I'm trying to get the fuck out of the state. But one thing you probably do not know is I have more integrity and more intelligence than you will ever have in your life. And I'm not being facetious. I'm not being egotistical. I'm not. Actually, I think my food might be done. Hold on, 1 second. Is it done? Ooh, that looks good. Oh yeah, that looks good. Hold on, we'll let it sit there for another minute or so. First of all, I have more integrity than you'll ever have in your life. Okay, more integrity. And why is that? Because I actually genuinely understand people. All right, I've been able to guess things about other people that they don't think I know. And I looked at a coworker like the other day, and I'm like, I bet I can guess what major you're in college, because I knew she's in college, but I didn't know her major. I couldn't verify, but I just did a random guess, and I was like, you're either doing some form of liberal arts or something in the health field. And she looked at me like, how did you know that? It's like, I'm just good like that, man. But personally, that's the only job. And by the way, it's simple using logic to figure this shit out. You know, it's like I don't understand the people who don't have common sense and who don't have logic and who do not have respect. I mean, this guy is fucking in his 20s. He's a fucking kid. I mean, granted, I'm in my 20s too, but I'm almost 30, so I'm older than he is. I don't understand how you don't have any fucking integrity, and yet, fuck, man, it's like, okay, you catch pedophiles, you catch predators. Okay, does that make you a good person? Apparently not, because YouTube fucking terminated your last channel. They terminated your last channel. And yeah, apparently I look like a crackhead. Personally, I don't care what you say. Okay, I'm aware of the teeth. Okay, I'm aware. I don't know this person. I know. But listen, man, I don't care what you're saying. Now, will I get them fixed eventually? Of course. I just got to make them enough money that I'm able to pay that fucking sort of price. It's a fucking outrageous price. My sister told me to freaking to get her entire front teeth replaced cost her $10,000. $10,000. I don't even make 10,000. Do I even make 10,000 a year? I might make close to that, but a lot of it has to go on bills, and a lot of it's taken out of taxes. People forget about taxes, man. Taxes are fucking ridiculous, man. Okay, I'm taking those fucking. Alright, let's take this shit out. Alright. This looks good. Alright. Okay. People do not understand integrity, okay? The thing with integrity is you have to be good at having it. And you also have to be good at figuring things out, you know? He can sit there and say he had a decoy from another county or whatever, talking to the guy who he caught, who I have a problem with him catching, because he didn't fucking turn away as soon as he figured it out, right? He didn't turn away when he figured it out. He didn't turn away. He was just like, I'm just gonna proceed. Just fuck it. I don't give a fuck. This is for YouTube. I'm making money, okay? Fuck that guy. And now he's not making anything. Now I'm pretty sure he's not making anything. Unless he gets his views up. You need about, what was it, 40,000? I forget the number, actually. It's a number of watch hours, but he doesn't have them. So you can't monetize. And that's kind of the point, right? That's kind of the point of him losing his last channel and, getting a new channel. He can't do shit. Oh, damn. It's sad. But this guy, he has less integrity than... And number one, he says he fucking watched my last video on him. And you see, the problem here is you watched my last video, but apparently you didn't fucking understand. Apparently you did not understand the problem I had. You can sit there and try to justify your reasoning, but your reasoning's wrong, man, because you're a fucking bigoted piece of shit, an egotistical piece of shit. Okay, granted, you catch pedophiles. Whoop-de-doo! I've seen more freaking... people with more integrity catch pedophiles. Chris Hansen has more fucking integrity than this motherfucker. Now, granted, I don't like Skeeter Gene only because he's kind of fucking stupid. There was one point he's sitting there telling one of the predators, he's like, you're not fucking what was it he said? He said you're not shit. What was it he said? Goddamn. He said, oh, I can't keep you trapped here. You're free to leave whenever you want. What does the guy do? The guy goes ahead and starts walking out. And Skeeter Gene just goes to follow him. And guess what happens? Goes to follow him. Guess what happens? He just starts yelling in the store, hey, this guy came to me up with a fucking... I don't know. I don't know what age it was, but goddamn. It's like, guy, come on, man. You fucking... You sit there and you tell him he can leave whenever he wants, and you're surprised that he's fucking walking out before you can... Dude, fucking... Look, if you tell him he can leave, that's basically a promise that he's not being trapped in any way, that he's not in harm's way, right? And you're sitting there telling him that he has to talk to you while telling him he doesn't have to talk to you. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. If he walks out the door, just call the police. Just be like, hey, police, here's the guy. Here's all his information that I have. Here's the screenshots. There you go. You don't have to sit there, follow him out to the fucking parking lot and just be surprised and just fucking... It's like, dude, it's fucking... I'm not sympathizing with him, by the way, the predator, anyway. I'm just saying, as a man, when you tell somebody you're free to leave, even if you catch the guy for being a predator, if you say the guy has the right to leave whenever he wants, and he turns to leave right then and there, you have no say over it. I have no say over it. None of us have any say over it because he is not under arrest. You're not a cop. You are not a cop. Be aware of this. You are not a cop. You're a vigilante. A vigilante is a lot worse than a cop because you have no authority. Okay? You have no authority. Jesus. And the worst thing you can do is sit there and pretend like you're important because you catch predators on the internet. I mean, these guys are fucking retarded, all of them. Excuse my language with that word, but I don't say it to talk about severely mentally handicapped people. I use it to talk about freaking stupid people on the internet who do really dumb things. That's a lot of you. Okay, and when I say a lot of you, I mean the predator hunters. I mean, look, I don't like freaking, what's his name, Alex or whatever, the predator poachers guy. I will say, personally speaking, there's nothing he's done that's morally wrong yet. Nothing he's done has been morally wrong yet, in my opinion. He's just a fucking piece of shit, right? He's a piece of shit because he says the N-word to Black Lives Matter. He says the N-word to a lot of people. He's really racist, and he's a really bad person. That's it. Personally speaking, it's not. Personally, I don't care if you're just a bad person. If you're just a bad person, okay, fine, be a bad person. Do whatever you want. But if you do something more immoral, that's my issue. Predator Catchers PA? Immoral. He doesn't fucking get it. He was sitting there saying, yeah, apparently, he doubts that his information is on the internet. It's like, bruh, you realize all your information is public knowledge. Anyone who knows your name and what state you're in can get it just like that. Does he not understand that? I'm just saying. And again, I'm not going to reveal any of that shit because it's none of your business. It's none of my business either. But to be fair, he's doing immoral stuff. Okay, he's doing immoral shit, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, take a look at Protect the Innocent. Okay, I know everything about that bitch. Okay, I don't mean to call her a bitch. She's not a bitch. She's a decent woman and a decent mother to her kids. Okay? Do not go after her real identity or whatever. Personally speaking, I try not to mention her last name. Because I know her first name, right? But I don't mention her last name because I don't care enough. And to be honest with you, she has kids. And I am not putting the kids in danger. Okay? But I will say, if she keeps up the fucking terrorizing the businesses, I will gladly fucking just you know, I might just talk to the people she's caught and just fucking be like, here's her number, here's how you can find it. Just fucking, you know, just fucking, you know. And that's probably really bad, but, you know, it's like, dude, she's fucking terrorizing businesses. She's causing chaos at people's businesses. And I have a business minor, okay? I have a fucking business minor. And I'm sitting there telling you that harassing businesses and causing terrorizing businesses and performing terrorism, corporate terrorism, is a fucking bad thing. Businesses still go through a fucking ton of shit, and you're sitting there fucking harassing them when they tell you to leave and fucking going into break rooms and shit. It's like, fucking what? And now, be aware, most of those videos are not on her channel anymore. I have no idea why. I can't. Well, I have theories why, but I can't prove any of them because she hasn't talked about it. She hasn't even been on YouTube in fucking 2 months. Well, she's been on YouTube, but she hasn't fucking, you know, uploaded in 2 months. So there's nothing to prove. You know, there's nothing to prove. And I can't prove anything. She hasn't talked about it. I'm not going to talk about, you know, some of the reasons why I think the videos might be gone. There could be a couple. There could be a couple of reasons. I don't know which one's accurate. So, the problem here is Predator Catcher's PA, again, is bannovating, right? He's like, I'm not bannovating. I'm not bannovating. Really? But you do realize that when you get banned for violating community guidelines or the terms of service, essentially, for harassment and bullying, you are ineligible to make another account. You're ineligible. Right? I mean, you sat there and you fucking just created a new account and you didn't even read the terms of service. Who reads the terms of service? I mean, the terms of service are fairly obvious. You know, they're like every other website's terms of service. You don't read the terms of service? You could even look this up on Google. And Google will tell you. And by the way, Google owns fucking YouTube. They will tell you. Bannovating is not accepted on YouTube. If you bannovate, you get banned again. And I've already informed them. I'm sorry, but you need to learn a lesson. In respect, I mean, granted, if you want to upload the fucking videos on Rumble, go ahead. I don't have an account on Rumble. I'm not signing up for Rumble. Fuck that shit. Rumble's used by fucking predator catchers. Listen, man. I'm not a predator catcher. I have no business on Rumble. Okay? I don't watch that shit. I'm not paying for that shit. Oh, yeah. I'm going to pay for Rumble. And I'm going to watch predators get caught. No, definitely not. Definitely not. You're not going to see me do that. I mean, if it's free on YouTube, sure. I mean, granted, I think EDP deserved to get caught. Because that guy was a fucking sick motherfucker. But he knew what he's doing wrong. And also, I mean, granted, he's not severely mentally handicapped, okay? Going after him is fine. Or people like him is fine. He's not severely mentally handicapped. He's just fucking dumb. Okay, there's a difference between being dumb and severely mentally handicapped. This guy that I was talking about with Predcatcher's PA, literally was fucking. I feel queasy. I feel queasy. Like literally, you could see it even by the way he spoke when he wasn't doing that. You could tell there was something fucking wrong with this guy. He wasn't just a fucking idiot. He was severely mentally handicapped, and you still went after him, knowing that. What you should have done is you should have turned around, walked away. Maybe go to the police about it. Maybe try to get him help. Maybe try to fucking tell somebody about him and fucking have them talk to him or somebody he fucking related to. Talk to him about why this is wrong and why he should not do this. But you didn't do that. Instead you fucking treated him like any other predator and went to the cops. And the cops look, man. I'm pretty good with fucking figuring people out. I've been doing it. I mean, I already have you figured out completely. You're just some fucking dumb kid who thinks he's right all the time and has the integrity and the fucking morality of a fucking like a snake, right? You're basically a snake, okay? You're basically a python or some fucking snake that's fucking. Granted, you're not dangerous. There's a way to kill a snake, okay? And it's by cutting their head off. But I'm not saying I'm gonna cut your head off. I'm just saying you're not dangerous. If you know how to deal with something, okay, they're not a threat to you. But you sit there and you go to the cops, and the cop looks at you, and here's what he was thinking, okay? The cop was thinking, what the fuck's this guy's problem? There's no way I can prosecute this fucking guy. He's severely mentally handicapped. This shit will get thrown out immediately because he can't comprehend it. Do you know the plea? Insanity? Someone who's severely mentally handicapped or who has any disability that prevents them from being able to comprehend why an action is wrong can plead not guilty by insanity and win. That is the truth. He does not know this, apparently. He probably doesn't even know how the law works. He just does it for the fucking views on YouTube. And for the fucking money. It's clear. They all do this. All of these predator catchers. The only one I kind of like is fucking, at the moment, that I'm actually aware of, other than Chris Hansen, it's probably Skeeter Jean. But Skeeter Jean is just dumb. Because he sat there and he told the guy he could walk out, and they got fucking pissed because he was walking out. It's fucking dumb, man. If you're gonna fucking sit there and do this shit, do it with integrity and don't be a fucking idiot. I don't understand how these people have lower intelligence than me to be able to figure this shit out. Seriously, I don't understand how these guys can't figure out what they did, what they did wrong. Okay? I mean, you have a 30-year-old woman who fucking goes around terrorizing businesses. You have a fucking 23-year-old fucking idiot who's just a piece of shit and a racist on YouTube. You have a fucking 25-year-old fucking like immoral piece of shit who fucking sits there and fucking basically hates fucking anyone with a mental disability, anyone who even has a mental disability. Okay? I mean, he sits there and he fucking... Listen, man. I understand going after predators. I understand protecting kids, right? I don't understand how you see this as a battle worth winning. Okay? You know what that means? Do you know what that fucking entire fucking philosophy means? A battle worth winning is a battle you know is worth it. Okay? And there are some battles within that stuff, and within that fucking loop of battles worth winning that really are not worth winning. Okay? For example, okay, you want to go after predators, right? Go after predators who do not have disabilities. I don't care if you didn't know beforehand. That doesn't matter. As soon as you found out, as soon as you saw, you should have turned away and walked away. Okay? You should have turned and walked away. I would have turned away and fucking walked away. I would have fucking been like, okay, what's your brother's name? I'm just gonna tell him, and I'm not gonna go to the cops because it won't go anywhere anyway. That's what I would have done. I would have been like, look, I'm gonna tell your brother, and that's it. He's gonna work with you on this. Okay? You don't sit there and you call the cops Number one, the cops can't prosecute. Like I said, the cops are not going to prosecute because he can't. Because he could plead insanity and win. Anyway, the battle worth winning is someone who knows, as far as predator catching goes, someone who knows it's wrong and does not give a fuck. You know who the most evil person in a movie is? You know who the most evil person in a movie is? It's not the person who has an ideology or a belief or something like some sort of reasoning or sympathetic reason for what they do, even though it's bad, right? The most evil person in a movie is somebody who just doesn't give a fuck. Somebody who just sits there and... Did anyone see the movie Get Out? I saw a few parts of it. So Get Out, okay, there's one guy in the movie who I swear to fuck is fucking evil, man. He's some old guy who can't see, evidently, and he tells the guy, Daniel Kaluuya's character, he tells... Jesus, I can't even speak right now. He tells Daniel Kaluuya's character through a video, look, man, I don't care what these other guys say, okay? I don't care that you're of color, right? I don't care that you're black. I just want your eye. I just want to see this shit you do. That's fucking evil. Because if you sit there and you don't care what you're doing is wrong, okay? You don't care. You have no morality. I mean, take a look at fucking Chris Hansen, the Predator Catcher videos. You know, I forget which one it was, but basically the guy who fucking brought pizza to fucking that investigation, he didn't give a fuck. He did not give a fuck. You could tell he did not give a fuck. That guy's evil. Go after that guy. Do not go after somebody who has a severe mental disability and can't comprehend what they're doing is wrong. Goddamn. The most evil person in the room is obviously the one who doesn't give a fuck what they're doing and doesn't feel any remorse for it. So, and I'm not saying you don't go after people who don't feel remorse, I'm not saying you don't go after people who actually feel remorse either. I'm saying don't go after people when you know the battle is not worth winning. Like, for example, physical disability. When I say physical disability, I mean like something like a wheelchair or like that one. Did I mention him earlier? The predator catcher who went and fucking got a fucking who tried to catch a guy and he saw the guy, but he was in a wheelchair. He saw he was of no harm to any children. No harm to any children. You know what he did? Hey, how you doing? Walked away. Beautiful, beautiful. Incredible integrity. Sam, get out of there. Sam. Goddamn, that fucking cat. I might be coming down with a sickness now. Or I've been talking too long. But listen, man. That guy had integrity. He's one of the only few people that I've seen actually have integrity. I don't actually remember which group he was a part of or what channel he was a part of. But he actually had integrity. My cousin, who also apparently catches predators. He doesn't upload to websites or nothing. He just goes and talks to them as children and fucking exposes them at some point. You know, I don't know, but he has more integrity than you have because he doesn't upload it, right? I mean, you upload it because you want to make money off of it, right? You want to make money off of it. But number one, if you're doing a service for the community, you shouldn't get paid for it. If you're just doing this out of the goodness of your heart, you should not get paid for it. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. That fucking YouTube is was, because your previous channel got deleted. It's ridiculous that you were actually getting paid for this shit. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And he sits there and he's like, yeah, nah. Nah, it's okay. We're gonna start back up. Blah 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 blah. And you're gonna pay for my Rumble, right? This kid, man. This kid. I don't know what's wrong with him. There's so many things wrong with all of them. I've already mentioned that guy Alex from Predator Poachers. He's a listen, man. He caught EDP. Good. Someone needed to catch that motherfucker. Someone needed to catch that motherfucker because his life is now ruined, and I'm glad, kind of, because I'm a little bit of a troll myself. Or I used to troll. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle where I kind of troll and kind of don't. I'm like sort of like I'm sort of like Batman, but I don't troll people who don't deserve it. I don't troll people just for fun. Well, sometimes but if I'm gonna troll, I'm gonna troll everybody. I'm gonna troll every motherfucker that ever existed. Well, not every motherfucker that existed, I'm gonna piss off people who I've actually pissed off quite a few people on fucking some sites just by being me, right? They just get super offended by my dominance, and they're just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm just like, okay, whatever. Whatever you say, man. Oh god, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so hilarious, man. But this guy has no integrity. He sits there and he says, "You don't have my number." What happens? Yeah, as soon as I post it, he challenged me, and I hate that even more. I've already talked about this shit. Okay, the worst thing you could do is challenge me to do something, and then apparently you're surprised that I'm able to do it. He said, well, what's my number then? What's my number then? Trust me, man. I can get anything I want. Okay? And then he's surprised. He's surprised. He didn't even respond. He didn't respond when I posted it. How the fuck are you gonna sit there and challenge me and you don't even respond? You know why? Because it was true. It was true, and he didn't want to admit it. He did not want to admit that I had it. And he was like, and then he just called me a crackhead. It's like, oh god, it's fucking. If that's all you got, man, I mean, come on. Intelligence wins at the end of the day. Being smart about this shit, being smart about the internet, being smart about what you do. Okay? Do not challenge somebody who says they can get something, first of all. Do not challenge somebody who says they can do something, because they probably can. They probably know how to do it. I don't challenge anybody. I don't try to get into fights with anybody. Obviously you are an exception because you're immoral and you fucking do dumb shit. But you're a kid. As far as I'm concerned. Well, you're 4 years older than me. Or no, 4 years younger than me, because I'm 29. But I'm almost 30. I have no idea why you're fucking, like, why you're such a, a piece of shit. But evidently you need to be owned and destroyed multiple times before you'll learn respect. And to learn that you are not the end-all be-all of predator catching. You're not the end-all be-all. You're not even close to that. I think the end-all be-all will always be Chris Hansen, because that guy's a fucking genius, and he actually works with the police, which none of you fuckers do. None of you fuckers work with the police, and I have a problem with that. Number one, if you're gonna catch predators, you're gonna have to fucking work with the police immediately. You don't sit there and you don't go somewhere without the backup just to get a fucking video. The difference with Chris Hansen is he actually works with the police, so they know that it's going to be on TV, that it's going to get widespread recognition, and they know they're going to do a great job. They're going to get this guy to admit everything. You are not so lucky. I mean, you might get them to admit something, right? But it's ineligible for court. Most of it. There might be some people like the predator hunter and his girlfriend. That was actually a good catch. I did see that. That was actually a really good catch, because those two were reprehensible. They were the worst of the worst that I've ever seen, because it was a guy and his girlfriend, and they were both in on it. And you could tell they had no remorse. They were saying, "Oh, I knew it was for the sting." Why'd you do it if you knew it's a sting? If you know something is false, if something's fake, why do you keep going on about it? Now, that's the point. Okay? That's the point. I'm sorry, but it's fucking ridiculous that these guys are doing this shit. doing this shit. And they're not smart about it. I mean, Chris Hansen has a fucking degree in fucking journalism. And he's learned throughout most of his fucking time doing this shit how to get the guy to confess. How to make the guy talk. You guys, the worst thing you can do is fucking expose. You do chat logs, pretend to be children. And he could say that he had a decoy talk to that fucking guy with a severe mental disability. But that's just it, It's you sit there and you saw how he was acting. You saw how he spoke. You saw his body language. And it didn't click in your head. So either something is mentally, and I'm not using this as an insult because there's nothing to be insulted about for having a mental disability. People have alleged that I have mental disabilities, but I'm probably more intelligent than most of them. But let me tell you, you have, if you have like I don't know, let's say some form of autism. Okay, I understand that. You don't you can't read body language, basically, is one of the traits of autism. I have learned how to read people, right? I've learned how to read people, see what they say, see what they do. I'm sort of observant, but people don't realize that. People don't realize how observant I am. And I hear everything. I hear everything. Every conversation somebody has, I'm like, ooh, what's going on? Oh, I can hear all of this. I'm very observant. Okay? Very observant. I see everything. Even though the things you don't think I see. And have ways to get around being blocked on stuff. But I guess, and when I say blocked, I don't mean banned. I mean blocked by a person. For example, protect the innocent. I can still see your stuff. Just not a comment. Trust me, I might make another Instagram at some point. Anyway, or I might just send somebody over to her Instagrams. See what's being said. Yeah, I can do that. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I have to say. Apparently, I'm a crackhead. I don't really care much. To be honest with you, it's not a concern. The concern is the fact that you keep doing this shit, man. You keep damage controlling the fact that you're catching this guy. Oh goody me. You caught this guy who has severe mental disabilities, called the cops on him, manipulated him in the beginning of the video, and then fucking sat there and did you even get the guy pizza? You probably didn't, because you're reprehensible and you're not a man of your fucking word. If I tell the guy maybe we'll go for pizza or something, and I'm serious about it, I mean we'll go for pizza. If he answered all my questions, and he has a severe mental disability, I'm not gonna sit there and hate on him. If I tell him we're going for pizza, we're going for pizza. I'm gonna buy him a couple, maybe I'll buy him a whole box of pizza, despite what he did. And I'll be like, hey, give me your brother's contact info. You'll get this pizza. I'm just gonna tell him to watch over you. I'm not even gonna go to the cops. That's what I would do. Now, granted, he might do it again. But if someone's aware of it in his family and doesn't do anything about it still, then you can go to the cops. Actually, you should have just fucking walked away. But I would have walked away. But if you were to tell him you're gonna go get, you might go for pizza, then you go for pizza. You don't sit there and fucking attack someone with mental disability. And when I say attack, I mean obviously fucking call the cops on him, expecting the cops to be able to do something. It's ridiculous, man. How do you expect a cop to be able to fucking charge this guy? How do you expect that? The cop was looking at you, and I could tell what he was thinking. He's thinking, I can't charge this guy. I can't fucking do anything about this shit. I'll get fucking laughed at by the fucking police officer. He'll be fucking released immediately. Not because of lack of evidence, mind you, but because he can't comprehend what he did was wrong. He has a severe disability. And this guy doesn't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. Anyway, I don't know what the next video is going to be about. I just wanted to talk about this because I was on his live stream. I was like, oh, hold on. And I told him, you're going to be pissed in about an hour. You're going to be pissed in about an hour. And he will be. Or he was. Well, he wasn't. I don't think what I did freaking did anything yet. But trust me, in about an hour, maybe less. You get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. Anyway, see you later.